into the star of our episode, which is the guy in red from Regina, Saskatchewan.
Yep.
Deadpool.
Which, strangely enough, Deadpool was actually considered to be Canadian before the movies, which I always thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah, he was always Canadian.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if they ever actually said what city he was from.
Well, the thing is that he hasn't officially been confirmed because his origin is one of those, like...
all over the place.
It's whatever... Even, like, Deadpool has said in the comic books, it's whatever reader prefers.
Wolverine was the same way for the longest time.
Well,
everyone assumed he was Canadian.
Wolverine's was different in the sense that now there's a definitive origin.
Yes.
Right? Whereas Deadpool...
He hasn't had that.
But he doesn't need it.
Doesn't need it.
You know?
Because you don't... I feel like I wouldn't need to see that.
It's kind of like with the Joker. Like,
yeah.
I kind of like that...
You don't need the origin story.
You know?
Like, I didn't need Solo, a Star Wars story.
No.
And clearly a lot of people didn't either, because it's the biggest bomb in Star Wars history.
You must have been waiting to say that one.
I still want to watch it, though.
I'm going to watch it just because it scored really good. It just bombed.
It is a funny reason why I want to watch it. I love Ron Howard. Ron Howard, you know, he makes good movies. So.
And Donald Glover is awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why. I mean,
yeah,
I gotta go with Amelia Clarke, obviously, because I love Game of Thrones.
Oh, I didn't even realize you were watching Game of Thrones. I thought it was just Terminator Genesis that you were all over.
Boom! Yes, it was all Terminator Genesis.
I assumed that was the only reason why you liked her. Because, I mean,
she was a great Sarah Connor. I mean, Linda Hamilton. What?
Who is that?
Right?
Linda Hamilton.
I know.
You know what I love?
Linda.
I love that.
What
like,
a name.
You didn't even have Sarah Connor's, or like the new Sarah Connor's, look like she did a push-up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not a single push-up.
Never mind that, like, Pop was raising her to fight off the eventual Terminator uprising, or Skynet uprising, or was it Genesis uprising? Yeah, Genesis eventually, because Skynet is Genesis, and Genesis is Skynet, and yada, yada, yada. But, like, you had a fucking 3-minute scene of Linda Hamilton doing unassisted one-arm pull-ups in a fucking jail cell with abs, shoulders. Like, you were like, she will stop Skynet. This one, nope.
She got Pops with her. She doesn't need to work out anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
She got Pops.
Seriously.
She probably regretted that decision when she met Jay Courtney.
Jay Courtney.
Oh, wow.
The vortex.
This guy's supposed to save me?
The vortex that is Jay Courtney, who does do push-ups. You can tell he does
he does push-ups.
What the fuck else does he do? He barely act. Hey, so Deadpool doesn't have Jay Courtney in that.
Does it?
So,
one
of these days...
If he's announced for the third film...
or
X-Force...
I want him to,
I will be like, I'm a little leery now.
If he plays little Captain Boomerang, I'm in.
He did a really good Captain Boomerang. I'll give him that. Oh, you're coming up with an idea here. Oh.
Yeah, so...
Oh! Deadpool.
Okay, so, the first Deadpool movie, starring fellow Canadian, Ryan
Reynolds.
And, Morena Baccarin.
Oh, man, she's such a great actress.
Is she? I've never seen her in anything else except these movies.
You don't watch Firefly or Serenity?
Correction, I watched Firefly, and I watched 3 episodes of Serenity. Or, no, reverse. 3 episodes of Firefly.
And Serenity.
Serenity was awesome. Who was she in Serenity?
She's the love interest of Malcolm Reynolds.
Get the fuck out of here.
Can't think of her name for some fucking reason right now. Hang on.
Oh, did she have short hair? She had short hair. Is that what I'm thinking of?
No, she had long hair in those movies. She had short hair in the TV show V.
Right.
Which I did watch. Right. It was alright. Yeah. I was surprised when
I have to watch Serenity again, because I really liked it, but I haven't seen it since I saw it. Because that's also, what is it, the first appearance of Chiwetel...
It's the earliest movie I remember him from.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chiwetel... Oh, she was in Nara in Serenity and Firefly. That was her name.
That doesn't help me at all. At this point.
She was a prostitute.
Yep, I'll just take your word for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was great.
I remember liking Serenity. I remember...
You haven't seen all of Firefly? It's only like 13 episodes.
Okay, you make it sound like I should just
You should fucking watch Firefly.
Hey, have you seen all of the Voltron episodes?
No.
Maybe shut your fucking mouth if you're gonna throw shit in my face.
How many episodes was Voltron?
Well, 13 the first 2 seasons, and then 6, 7 the last 2.
Okay, so we're definitely past the 13 episodes of Firefly.
You didn't even watch 1 season, so shut your fucking
Also,
mouth.
Voltron came out, what, 2 years ago? Firefly's been out for, what, 14 years?
How many times do I have to say shut your fucking mouth?
I mean,
Shut your
I
fucking
don't
mouth.
understand
Shut
this.
your
I don't.
mouth.
No.
Yeah, fucker.
No.
You fucker.
You'll have to sew my mouth shut like X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Alright, so, Deadpool
Yep.
is awesome.
Deadpool's great.
I like it so much because it is a standard superhero origin flick.
Yep.
That literally is beat for beat a standard origin flick that makes you forget that it is a beat for beat standard origin flick.
But he's telling the story, and the way it like goes back and forth and back and forth and back and
Yeah,
forth.
oh yeah.
Like, it's very good.
It's very well
Very
done in the back and forth and the flashbacks and all that stuff.
But I was so pumped for Deadpool right from when that leaked.
Yes, when
CGI
that CGI trailer hit, I was like, we need to see this movie.
We need to see it. And immediately Fox was like, okay, let's do it.
And I would have actually settled for an entirely CGI movie. I would have been like, okay, that's fine.
As long as Reynolds was playing him.
But then when they actually did that scene, shot for shot, in close to live action, it was great.
I know.
That freeway scene
that
is just fucking crazy. And while, yeah, this is a toned down Deadpool from the comic books, not that toned down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, when they announced an R rating, I was like, okay, alright, we're good. We are good.
That freeway scene's like right up there with Matrix Reloaded and Bad Boys 2.
So good. Like, even just like, especially because they started with that slow-mo shot, you know, where like the cigarette lighter is in the dude's mouth, and then like there's these candid shots of his nuts.
Well, they're doing that opening credits, right?
Yeah.
And that's the open credits, and then you get the hilarious titles.
Which actually were funnier in the second one.
And...
I thought they were funnier in the second one.
Really? I found it the other way around.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I found them a lot funnier in the first one.
Just
because I wasn't expecting it in the first one. Whereas the second one, I was like, they're doing it again. Though they went with the Bond-esque thing, and that was awesome.
That was awesome.
That was so
We're
awesome.
getting ahead of ourselves, though.
Yes. And that's our episode.
I mean, yeah, that's it. That's all.
We're done.
Fuck it. Deadpool was awesome. Deadpool 2, also awesome. See you later. I mean, they had the costume montage, which every superhero movie has.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
But it was great.
So
the trial and error of him all in white and his blood splatter. You know, I mean, they took some liberties with the character.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do like that he ultimately was made in a medical compound facility type thing.
Yep.
At first I was kind of like, I don't like that they made it so anybody can become a mutant with the right amount of trauma, or they die, you know? But it was easier to do that than, say, have him actually be like the comic books where he, you know, was a special forces dude, got cancer, went to Department H, which for most people that are comic book geeks like us know that that's where Wolverine was created.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they used Wolverine's blood to infuse it with Deadpool to give him his healing factor. So he's essentially a human, not a mutant. But I get why they did it for this, because as I'm saying this, you already were like, yeah, that's right, that's a long, dragged out. And it's hard to do without actually having Hugh Jackman in it, even though they did technically have him in the movie.
Yes, the People magazine.
Staple, and I love that it's stapled to his fucking head. And you're just like...
Ryan Reynolds refuses to not have Hugh Jackman in Deadpool.
Really?
He wants Hugh Jackman, and whether Hugh wants to be in it or not, he's always in it. The face.
I thought you said refuses.
Hmm?
I thought you said refuses to have Hugh Jackman in it.
Did I?
That's what it sounded like you said.
I might have said that.
Okay.
Again,
I meant to say was,
I'm blaming it on this.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
true.
That's going to be my scapegoat all night long.
That's fair. That is a fair scapegoat. Like immediately when we are introduced to Wade Wilson and he's like that gun for hire.
Yeah.
The whole scene with the fucking douchebag and he's eating the pizza. I was like, oh my god, like even just, he's wearing a fucking gaudy fur coat, a tank top. He looks like a douchebag.
Oh,
but you can tell he's got a heart of gold because he's just there to scare the shit out of some creeper for this girl, right? But even though when he meets, and I just had her name, Baccarin's character.
Marina Baccarin.
Maria, but what's her real name? Like her character name?
Vanessa.
Vanessa, that's right. So when they meet Vanessa and they have that back and forth where they're up in the ante and how bad their life was, I was like, wow, and the chemistry is there right away.
Their chemistry is so damn good.
Really good.
Like, I would believe them as a real couple.
Like, if Blake Lively was on set, you'd be sure she's a little worried.
Yeah.
A little
this is
worried.
a little too good, guys.
Yeah, like, come on, guys, tone it down a bit. At least pretend to hate each other off set.
Yeah.
You know? But, just that characterization alone was great. And they're always saying that Vanessa's, like in the comic books, Vanessa is the copycat character. And if they may or may not ever get to have her be copycat, I'm fine with how she is.
Oh,
you know, like, I mean, sure, in the second movie, she's there, but not at the same time.
Yeah. Oh.
But it's not as, like some of the reviews are like, oh, she's like not in the movie at all. And I'll argue that when we get to that movie. But, so their chemistry's great. The progression of the relationship is actually great.
Yep.
Another hilarious montage scene where they're, like, banging different times of the year, you know? And even just some of the callback jokes that we'll get to Deadpool 2, but like the pegging scene with the strap-on,
yeah,
they're just like, no, no, and that's for like the feminist holiday, which is hysterical. That's an hysterically funny joke that is there. But like even handling the cancer stuff was crazy cool. Just, I mean, because Reynolds loves the character so much, like, you get the sense that he is not doing anything unless he feels it's true to the character.
Exactly.
And you see that. You see that in this movie. You see that in the second movie. You know what I mean?
There's not many actors out there that feel that way when they're doing it. To them, it's just a job.
Yeah.
But Ryan Reynolds is doing this for the character.
Yeah, it's like later Hugh Jackman.
Yes.
Hugh Jackman in X-Men, it's a job.
It's a job. Obviously. It was his first job in Hollywood.
After that, you get the sense that, like, I would say probably like X-Men 2, when it, like, cause his career exploded. That's when you get to see, like, okay, he's really looking at it like, this, I gotta do this right. I absolutely have to do that right.
He did Cave and Leopold and Swordfish, and he was like, I just better focus on Wolverine.
Yeah.
Because this other stuff.
That's an interesting cross-reference, those two movies. Swordfish. Hey, let's get this ripped up buff model type to play a hacker.
Yeah. Without
even a hint of acne.
Well, he wasn't too big yet, though. Was he, like, ripped-wise?
No, he had enough of a build that I'm like Caden Leopold, he didn't look like he was jacked at all.
No.
He just looked like his normal pre-Wolverine days.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or maybe even like the X-Men, like, because in the X-Men he wasn't really jacked.
Yeah.
He had a build, but he wasn't jacked. It wasn't until like X-Men 2, and then of course the Wolverine movies where you're just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was Origins where he first just...
Where he's like, I wanted to look like De Niro in Cape Fear.
Yeah.
Just that, like, shredded grossness where you're just like, fuck. That scene where he jumps out of the water, claws and everything, and he's like, ah!
Yeah, yeah. When I saw that trailer, I was just like, wow, he's been working out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I popped blood vessels now just trying to replicate that, and it's not even close.
Apparently gotta lay in a really cold bathtub for a while.
Or just use steroids. I mean, work out really hard. So anyway, Deadpool. Actually, I gotta say this. I always find it funny because you almost don't think of this being a thing. You actually see his penis in this movie, and it's hysterical. It's that whole fight scene, you know, because you're like, well, he's naked. How are you gonna... Nope, they show it. They show his penis.
They see his penis in both movies.
It's charred up pretty badly, but, you know, and yeah, that's right, you do see his penis in both movies. But I was just one of those, like, it seems weird to say it, but you're just like, oh, that's a fucking penis.
Yep.
Okay, alright.
Yep.
But, so, like, I mean, Reynolds being, as Deadpool, is spot on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, he's great. Vanessa's great. Weasel, even though there's controversy with T.J. Miller, you know, his Weasel was great.
What's up with T.J. Miller?
Even in the second one, like, and I understand why they didn't cut him out. They could have. They could have.
They
I don't
could
care what
have.
anyone says. They could have, but I mean, I wasn't really thinking about the stuff that he was doing, like what he's accused of, or however you want to word this. I wasn't like, oh yeah, but I wasn't like, I can't laugh at this. It was just.
Well, he was accused for like what? Rape or something? Was it rape that he was accused for? But rape like years ago. Not it wasn't recent.
He had a couple of women that like I guess he had been seeing or whatever, and he was very physical.
Right.
Like,
but then it was just word against word. There was nothing official.
No.
So they started the movie with him.
Yep.
But then
it got huge.
But then he called in like a bomb threat on a fucking train or some shit.
I didn't hear about this.
Oh, you didn't hear about this?
I did not
he
hear
was fucking
about this.
arrested, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he called away. He went crazy.
I did not even hear about this, but
so,
okay.
It's official. He will not be in the third movie.
No, and I mean, to be honest, like it's not like his character really added anything in the second one.
He really didn't. He didn't need to be there.
He didn't need to be there. He was just there because he was in the first one, and his
exactly.
character was funny. You know, and Weasel is a character that
they could have had Dope Henderson in for his as Weasel in the second movie.
They could have.
Though what we got with him was really fucking funny.
I actually really liked that. But even just introducing Dopinder in the first movie, I was like, oh my god, this is so funny.
He is so funny.
Like, just because you look at him and he's this skinny, stereotypical Indian guy driving a cab, and lo and behold, fucking Deadpool shows up.
Yeah, Mr. Poole.
Mr. Poole, that's right. Or DP later on.
Yeah.
But, like, fucking scene at the end where he's just like, remember when we were talking about that romantic rival? Well, he's in the trunk.
And then he gets rear-ended.
And all of, like, Deadpool's gear is in the rear-ended cab.
All the guns. Everything's in there.
Like, I laughed so hard in Deadpool, but I was also really, like, I've read a couple of reviews where they were like, you don't care about Vanessa's character by the end of it. And I was like, that's where you're wrong. Like,
I cared about her.
I knew that he was gonna save her.
Yep.
But actually, I have to say no. I had a feeling he was gonna save her, but part of me was like, this is a movie that's skewering. While it's doing a stereotypical origin, it's skewering the whole concept of it. I mean, they were talking about superhero landings beforehand. Mm-hmm. You know, and then once they said superhero landings, we're all like, oh, superhero landings, right? Even though, like, we knew. Because
we knew. We see it all the time.
Yeah, every fucking comic book ever has at least one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But, like, you know, but I wanted to see him save her. You know, even the bad guy, Francis. Ajax.
Named after the laundry soap.
Yeah, well, it's a weird name, I'll admit. But, I mean,
but he was awesome.
He was really good at it.
Yeah.
I loved that. Man, like, he was actually a good villain in the sense that he just wanted to fucking shut Deadpool up, and that was it. You know?
I love everything about the whole beginning half of that movie so much. Like the whole freeway, because the freeway, even though it's just one scene, the way it's split up, it's a
long thing. Like even the introduction of Colossus, I thought was really cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Even though now I'm at a point where I'm like, I wish he wasn't CGI, or I wish he wasn't like Steel Colossus all the time.
Switch back and forth. Yeah, but at the same time, he looks amazing.
He looks awesome.
Like he
looks like he stepped out of a comic
Colossus.
And I thought the original one was really good.
Well, they were going for a more realistic look for him.
Yeah, but I mean, like you could have had. Because he's like 9 feet tall in the movie.
He's ginormous.
I'd say 8.
Yeah,
8? Yeah, because Deadpool is about 6'2".
Yeah,
and he's about here.
Yeah.
So I'd say 8. Okay. You could have had him grow into that though. He turns into Colossus, he gets bigger. You know, or he not necessarily turns into Colossus because it's not like the Hulk, but you know what I'm trying to say. And I hope that the 33 of you know what I'm trying to say.
And the 3 people on SoundCloud.
That's right, on SoundCloud.
We're counting them. 36.
That's right. 36. Hey,
36.
We're almost close to 50, which is like halfway to 100.
Yeah.
Counting.
Halfway to when we can actually have a proper URL for our video.
But I still loved like even just having Colossus in there was a surprise, and I loved that when I saw him in the trailer. Because it's not the one that you would think he would be in. But I like that they went that route. And even just some of the stuff where they had Deadpool breaking his bones, punching him, and kicking him. And it's all just like...
He's all flopping and shit.
And it's all the noise, all the rubbing bones and stuff, and you're just like, you're laughing because it's funny, but you're cringing because it's kind of gross. You know? Teenage Negasonic Warhead? Or
Negasonic Teenage what the fuck?
Yeah. And I have to agree. Great name. She was perfect in this movie.
She was awesome.
I wish there was more of her in the second one.
And me too.
That's one thing I will say. I wish there was more of her in the second one.
But obviously her time had to get trimmed with the introduction of all the fucking characters they had in that movie.
Yeah, but then when you get to it, and we will, did they really have to trim that much?
No.
But anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves. She was great. Even the interplay, like, I love that she's the one character, like Colossus is calling Deadpool in a shit, but he's doing it in sort of like a big brother sort of, you know, like, you can be a good guy. Yeah. Where she's just like, you're a fucking loser. Mm-hmm. You're a fucking loser. Like, that's it. Like, there's none of this, like, just maybe I think you're kind of cool. Oh, yeah. She's literally just like the millennial, just, okay, fine. Bust into action is awesome.
She's so awesome.
So awesome.
Brianna Hildebrand.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever seen her in anything else besides Deadpool 1 and 2.
I don't recall seeing her in anything
Though
else.
I did just buy a movie with her in it because I heard it's fucking amazing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Down there somewhere. Oh. It's called Tragedy Girls.
Oh, yeah. I did hear that was really good.
So I bought it while I was in the States. I saw it there and I bought it. Yep.
Even Gina Carano.
She was so good in this.
She was absolutely great.
This is the best I've seen her since Haywire.
Which we've talked about. Haywire, there's not really much to do with.
No, but...
But that's a better movie than it gets credit for.
I love Haywire.
I would have liked to have seen a sequel with that.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, we're getting an accountant sequel, which I'm super pumped about.
Oh, accountants. Equalizer 2's finally coming this summer.
That's right. And John Wick 3 next year.
John Wick Chapter 3. Halle Berry's in it.
Okay, I guess that could be cool. Oh, I'm still gonna do this.
Too late, I'm already doing this.
Well,
John Wick Chapter...
I mean, it's all the same people doing John Wick 3, so, I mean, I can see Halle Berry being pretty fucking cool.
Which, John Wick 3. That's the first trilogy that Keanu Reeves has done. Oh, no. Matrix.
Fuck. Yeah, what are you, dumb?
I wonder if it'll get a Chapter 4, though. Because number 2 was way more successful than 1.
I'm going to have to go ahead and say we'll have to wait and see.
Yep.
If only because Keanu strikes me as the kind of guy where when he's done, he's done.
Yeah.
Because, like, you can't sit there and show up at his house with a fucking, like, 3 truckloads of money. Because he doesn't give a shit.
He doesn't care.
Everything I've heard about Keanu Reeves is he's literally like, back those trucks up, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
If he wants to do the movie, he'll do it.
Mm-hmm. Like, he's finally doing Bill and Ted 3.
I mean, for Christ's sakes, I've heard him taking, like, pay cuts just so movies get done. Or getting pay cuts to make sure that everyone else gets paid.
Yep.
You know, like, Jesus.
Like, what was that other martial arts movie he did right after 47 Ronin?
Oh.
I believe he directed it, actually. It was that smaller movie.
Was that one with the 88 hands or whatever?
I don't fucking remember.
Me neither.
But apparently he didn't even get paid for that. Like, he wanted to do it so much.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't care. He's awesome. He's, like, one of the cool, like, that is a celebrity I want to hang out with.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, we've name-dropped a one Nicolas Cage.
We have done that in the past.
But to be fair, I don't think I can hang out with him. I think he is far beyond me to hang out with.
Oh, and by the way, let's shoot back to Spider-Man real quick. If they do a Green Goblin in the Marvel Studios universe...
Just face paint Nicolas Cage.
I really, really want Nick Cage to play Green Goblin.
Just face paint him.
Yeah.
Literally.
Just green. Bah! Like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that whole face-off sequence where he's just like, face off.
Yeah.
Or no, when he's laughing. When he's laughing and crying, he's doing that weird, like...
He said, your face is my face. Yep.
Just have that face paint. Like, no CGI.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Even if it's Ultimate, where he's, like, the jacked-up goblin one.
Yeah. Nick Cage.
Nick Cage with face paint.
Yep. Kevin, Feige? I think I nailed it. Feige.
I think you did. I think you finally
Kevin
got it.
Feige. Call Nicolas Cage immediately if you're going to do Green Goblin.
Right. And also, if you have Keanu Reeves' number, let him know that we'd like to hang.
Yes. And also put him in a movie. If he wants to do it. He might think he's...
He He might not want it. He might just be like, I'll be a background character.
Yeah. I'll be the guy eating the hot dog on the bench.
Yeah, and they'll be like, well, isn't that what you were doing right now? Yeah.
I'll replace Stan Lee as the new cameo guy.
I actually would perk up every single fucking time.
I would too.
I'd literally,
ooh, there he is!
It's Keanu Reeves. My wife would be like, yes, I know it's Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you don't understand. He's John Wick.
Oh, man. Keanu Reeves. Oh, yeah, we were talking about Deadpool.
Yeah, that's right. We were talking about Deadpool. So, I mean, what I also really liked about this movie was that, like, the budget is $56 million.
Mm-hmm.
$56 million. So what did it do? It made, like...
Worldwide, over $700 million.
So that is approximately... What is that, like 1,200 times?
Yeah.
Like, it is huge.
It made so much money.
Huge. And, it was so successful that, what's-his-face, Tim Miller was let go because he wanted to have an even huger budget.
He had a different idea than Ryan Reynolds for the sequel.
Yeah, what I heard, and I don't know anything.
I
don't know anything based on fact or anything.
Ryan Reynolds had more power in it than he did, and then that's how it works. I mean,
what I heard was that, like, Tim Miller wanted to have an even huger budget because it's $110 million for Deadpool 2.
They doubled it. Yeah, I think they doubled it.
So we'll say 112.
Though it does seem a lot bigger than double.
It does actually,
Deadpool 2 has a lot going on.
But then again, in Deadpool, before we get over there, for $56 million movie, you don't seem like they don't really cheap out on this movie at all.
No,
I mean, Colossus looked really good.
Yep.
Even the CGI aspects of the fight scenes still looked really good.
The helicarrier fight.
The helicarrier fight was crazy.
Yep.
So good. I mean, they like really took all that money and just poured it into just a ridiculously good movie.
Yep.
At no point in time did I never was like, oh, this looks cheap. You know?
No, never.
You know, and in fact, like when I heard it was a $56 million movie, I was like, whoa, that is crazy. I never would have saw that coming. Granted, like, I think the amount of money that Reynolds must have made just on that movie alone, he could retire. Because imagine that multiplier.
Easily could.
Imagine that multiplier.
Oh, man.
Like that's ridiculous.
But he's in that huge acting boat where he loves the character too much.
Exactly.
He's not going to let go until he absolutely has
to. So, I mean, like, I can understand where... And don't get me wrong, I can understand Tim Miller going like, okay, all right, look how much money we made. Mm-hmm. We could seriously do a $200, $250, $300 million movie, and we'd still kill it. Oh, yeah. And they would have.
Yes.
They would have still made their money back and made a profit.
It would have been less profit than what they did, though.
Exactly. But, I mean, even now, it's less profit.
I can guarantee, though, that X-Force, when it happens, is going to have a big fucking budget.
It's going to have to.
X-Force is going to
It'll probably be a $200 million movie.
And I'm guessing they're probably going to have Strife as the bad guy. I think.
Maybe. They might be able to get away with Strife because Strife.
Or maybe Mojo.
I'd actually say Mojo. Mojo works for sure because they did check Mojoverse.
Yep. Because they can't have Apocalypse.
Hold on. Let's stop. Okay.
Oh, yeah, we're jumping ahead.
Yeah. Do we have anything else to say about Deadpool?
Well, let's go through the list of actors real quick. Weasel, we talked about how crazy that guy is.
Yep.
Vanessa, amazing.
Yep.
Gina Carano, who played Angel Dust, was her name.
Yeah, I know. That's a great name, too.
Yeah.
That was really good. Plus, she's just great.
Oh, Blind Al.
Yes, thank you.
Blind Al's amazing.
We didn't forget about Blind Al. And you know what's really funny is how every once in a while, comic fanboys get up in arms about characters having, like, race swaps and stuff like that, right? Because in the comic books, Blind Al is essentially Aunt May.
Mm-hmm.
Spiked hair and fucked up glasses because she's blind, right?
Yeah.
Nobody really complained about her being black in this movie.
And why would you?
I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying, like, well...
Yeah.
What I'm saying is if this is okay, why can't the other ones be okay? Mm. How come people are shitting their pants over a black Perry White?
That one was stupid, too.
You know? Or Miles Morales, the Black Spider-Man, and it's just like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Mm-hmm.
It just makes me mad. Luckily, we didn't hear any of that with Blind Al. Blind Al was great. The chemistry that Reynolds has with everyone in this cast... Everyone in this cast is great.
Like, literally everybody is.
Like, I really feel like you know, there's scenes where Gina Carano is losing her shit, and she's supposed to hate this guy. She's losing her shit because he's so funny. Yeah. They have such a good camaraderie because they feel like you feel the chemistry. Hell, even when Wade is Deadpool and he's there with the dude, Bob.
Bob, yeah.
You know, and they're talking back and forth, and you're just like, oh, this is actually kind of funny. Like old buddies, you know, just happen to reacquaint themselves in a fucking shithole that they could very well die in, you know. But Blind Al was great. I loved Baby Hands.
Oh, Baby Hand, the unicorn.
Baby Hand, the unicorn. You're just like, Jesus Christ.
The cure for blindness, or cocaine being beside the cure for blindness.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
later on, like the callbacks.
We jump ahead to Deadpool 2.
Right.
He opens the thing for the cocaine and there's a cure for blindness.
You know? There was another callback that I thought was really, really
good. There was a couple in Deadpool 2, but there's so much going on. I don't really remember them.
There was one I was literally thinking about just before we got into this, and I was like, I want to mention this. But, like, yeah, the cure for blindness, that was fucking
That one was really funny. I really laughed at that.
Oh, the strap-on scene. So they did the thing in the first movie, and he's like, no. And then later, when they're talking about making babies, he's like, all right, put that strap-on on and pound me until I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
Let's pound me until you're pregnant. And she's like, that's not really how it works. And he's like, okay, let's go. And I was like, that's a hilarious call.
Brought that up.
You know?
There's so many, like, oh, man. But it helped, too, that they had the same writing team.
Yes,
right?
Exactly.
Because that's why the Captain America movies are so great. Same
what
writing
else do we
team
got here? We got Blind Al. What else do we got?
Blind Al. They sound like Jeremy the Pizza Guy. No, I think we talked about everybody there.
Yeah, okay. All right.
You know what? Ryan Reynolds is so fucking perfect.
Everyone
as this character.
But yeah, he's so perfect.
But that guy was born to be Deadpool.
Like, I remember, and we've talked about Green Lantern. At some point, we'll watch the failed DC movies.
I'm down with that.
But
we'll do the trilogy of Green Lantern, Catwoman, and...
Oh, yeah, Catwoman.
And Jonah Hex.
Jonah Hex and Green Lantern. Oh, fuck. Ugh. We'll have to have Green Lantern last because, like, that's the best of the bunch.
That's the best. I said I would never watch Jonah Hex again. I will do it.
I
will do it for all 36 of you.
I said the same for Catwoman and Jonah Hex. I said, holy shit.
Never again.
Never, ever watch this fucking shit. Ever. Ever.
Oh! Let's throw Steel in there.
Ooh. No.
No? You don't want to Steel?
No.
Do a little Shaq?
I can't.
You can't do... Okay.
I couldn't even finish that movie.
Well, that's what you need to finish it now.
No.
Oh, damn. I tried, everyone.
If we get up to 50, fucking subscribers, I will...
Will you watch Steel for 50 subscribers?
I will talk about... I will watch The Soldier before I will watch Steel again.
Ooh, you must really not like Steel.
God, it was so fucking terrible.
We could do a whole Shaq episode, though. We could do Blue Chips and Kazam.
Okay, but you know what that means? That I'll actually have to watch Kazam.
Yes.
Blue Chips.
Yeah.
And finish Steel.
Blue Chips is the best of the bunch because Nick Nolte's in it.
That doesn't help anything. That doesn't help sell it to me at all. Because this isn't like Nick Nolte in 48 Hours or another 48 Hours.
No.
That's not this Nick Nolte.
No, this is Blue Chips Nick Nolte.
Yes, this is Blue Chips Nick Nolte.
Blue Chips Nick Nolte.
Jesus Christ.
I love the part on the freeway where he gets shot in the ass. And he gets so mad. He's only got, 12 bullets or something? And he's counting them as he's shooting everyone.
That was really cool.
And he's like, 3, 4, 5, damn it!
Yeah.
5, worth it.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, man.
I love that.
Okay, I don't really have anything
I'm done with Deadpool, though.
Deadpool
is amazing and totally caught me off guard. I knew it was going to be great.
Yes, that's right.
Just because the promise that Ryan Reynolds showed as Deadpool in Origins.
And the fact that, he really sold it that he wanted to do this right.
Yes.
It wasn't just like, I don't know, guys, I want to do this right. It was like, no, you don't understand.
Yeah. And
then when you saw him in the costume for the first time.
Oh, that costume is so perfect. Like, the white eyes and everything.
The full fucking mask. That he's in that mask more than he's out of that mask.
Oh, yeah.
So that's awesome. And especially because, we talk about how, in every superhero movie, they're almost always masked off.
Captain America,
it's rare that they're masked on.
Yeah.
And yet, Captain America and Iron Man, I can let that slide because everybody knows who they are. Mm-hmm. But, Spider-Man, should rarely ever have that thing off.
Yeah. Well, he does.
Yeah. So the costume is great. The costume is actually probably the first part of selling it to me. The trailer was the big thing, like the CGI trailer. But then when you see everything else, you're just like, fuck, it's so good.
That's Deadpool.
That is
Love Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Excellent film. Deadpool 2.